spent a lot of time. I know this looks like a mess still, but if you'd have seen this garage a month ago, you would say this thing looks amazing. The problem is you acquire 30 years of bass fishing tackle. And most of this here is all current stuff. I've gotten rid of most of the old stuff, but I've put everything in bins. This is how I organize. So like there's some depths, Sacamata shads, which we threw in Portugal. That was a hot thing in Portugal. And then we've got trailers right here. We've got Guggen baits mixed in with some different ones as well. There's actually these are Cincos, believe it or not. But I've got a trailer in the wrong bag. Usually what I do for these tournaments is pick through kind of what I think I might use this week. Good thing is Okeechobee, you don't need a million things. You just need a handful of different options. Bandito bugs, nuke punches, basically what we have there on that floor. And when you fish a tournament on this lake, you can pretty much fit everything you need with these Bass Mafia bags. So as I go through this, basically just going through here getting some stuff for practice. Now I can add to it later. Obviously I've got a bunch of stuff in here to go through. Swim jigs, 1 ounce flipping jigs for the reeds, 3/4 ounce as well. That's just one bag. We've got a bunch more stuff around the corner, but that's what we're gonna do. And then when we hit the big tour, we hit the elites, I will then go through this and do the same thing. I'll pick stuff out for Toledo Bend and Fork. You know, initially I wasn't thinking about fishing the opens. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, we're having it literally right here in my backyard. It's not out of Okeechobee, it's out of Clewiston. So we're hosting the tournament. It's just kind of, I have to fish it. Just have to fish it. It's just the way it is. I don't know what I'm going to catch this week. I mean, I've been catching them okay on the lake, but tournament fishing on Okeechobee has become more and more challenging over the years because we have a little bit less really good habitat. Still a lot of habitat, but not as much. So basically that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go out tomorrow. We get 5 days of practice, which is kind of an interesting amount of time, which is good. We're gonna go out tomorrow, see what happens. We've got 2 days of good weather. The next 3 days of practice are gonna be pretty chilly. I don't expect a whole lot to happen during this first couple of days of that cold front, but during the tournament it should warm up again. So, you know, I just got to find a couple areas that I feel comfortable rotating through based on the wind and pressure and how they're biting, obviously. So, got a lot of work ahead of me. But if we can pull off this victory, this is kind of a cool deal. If I can pull off a victory here on my home lake, number one, that would be one of my goals, to win a Bassmaster here on Lake Okeechobee. But most importantly, it would pre-qualify me for the Bassmasters Classic for next year. So there's a lot on the line, believe it or not. No points, but a lot on the line. Okay, today is the first day of practice. It's about 10 o'clock. We've got all the guys from the Toyota series are out there. Rafe is in 5th. So there's 25 of those guys out on the water. 2 things. One, I didn't want to, I don't know, just get out there and get in everybody's way. So we're going to go out there now and kind of mess around, take the second half of the day, and those guys will be off the water by 3 and see what's going on. We've got good weather today, good weather tomorrow. Then a cold front's coming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The fish are not going to be that cooperative the first couple days in the week. They should turn back around pretty good by the first day of the tournament. So the tournament this like always boils down to making the right decision on a couple small areas that I can focus on and hopefully do well. So there we go. This is vintage, right? This is like old school vintage. And it's actually appropriate for the first tournament of the year because we're right here on Okeechobee. But we whipped out the old John Life Vest, Evan Rude Pro Team right here. This is John's Life Vest, Evan Rude Pro Team. That's what I'm talking about right here. Because we cannot find our good life vests. We have cleaned the garage out too dang good, and we've stuffed them somewhere, and I don't know where they are, but we'll find them eventually. But until then, we're gonna be sporting. I might just go with this from the whole tournament, dude. I actually probably, yep, that's that. We're going with this the whole tournament. Yamaha, I hope you understand. Sorry, but we're gonna go with John Evan Rude Pro Team Life Vest for the whole tournament. There might be some beds right here on this island. Who'd ever thought? Cypress Tree Island on Lake Okeechobee. I'm surprised nobody's back here. We need to go. Yeah. Well, I don't see a whole lot right in here, and that's okay. Just wanted to check it. But places like this, I don't think, if I don't see a lot of activity today, I don't think it's going to get better for the tournament because we got cool weather coming in. So if there was a bunch of beds here, you know, whatever, you know what I'm getting at. So we just got to keep moving and grooving, checking water, seeing what the water looks like and the areas that might have a few fish spawning. You can learn a lot too by just literally seeing where the boats are. It's not that you're out there looking for any particular boats. You're just seeing how the lake's getting pressure, you know? For example, you drive up and down this whole shoreline and you look around, you see there's no boats. Well, there's two things. One is either there's no fish there, or B, the advantage is maybe I can find something along that stretch and have it myself. So there's two mindsets there. You just got to find the right combination. He rushes up on it like he's supposed to. Like that right there, rushing. I'm sure that's a big 6-7 pound bass, dude. Follows it out pretty good. It's got to be a bass. I mean, a tilapia would follow it like this. That was interesting. At least I learned a little bit on the bait. I could see the bait. Really? I think there's two fish here. I mean, I'm seeing tilapia and I'm seeing some other things, but I see two things keep coming back to the same little zone. If it's a male and a female, I'll probably catch that male first. Typically how it works. You know, I'm 5 days away from the first part of the tournament, so this won't be happening right here. So I'm really just having fun with this more than I am trying to save this fish. In 5 days, it's not going to be here. I'm learning some stuff, but I think we're about to get bit, the way this thing's acting. He's got it. That's cool, dude. That's exactly what I wanted to do right there, just to kind of confirm some things. Look at that nice bass right there, guys. That's a beautiful bass. Lake Okeechobee, dude. Straight braid bandito bug, TK130. No, that's actually not a TK130. That's a UWG. That's cool. Only one we're gonna catch today, probably, but that's okay. Look at that. Old trusty. Old trusty. Guys, look, there's a lot of creature baits on the market. I designed this one right here for Guggen. I promise you right now, that's a bad dude. That's a bad dude. Promise you. If you don't buy anything else, buy that. There's one big one, dude. Oh, hooked him. Hooked him in the side. I thought it was a monster, but he bit it. That's good. All right. Another one. Just a little guy. Little cheddar bug. That's pretty much what you're gonna catch them on this week. Is gonna be a cheddar bait. I think chatterbait's gonna be probably the #1 deal. Possibly some flipping, but flipping bite has not been fantastic on this lake in a while, so I'm not sure why. I mean, you look behind you, you see all these mats, but it's like has not been the deal. All right, well, we got some rigging to do tonight. I've looked at the extended forecast. It's gonna be a little challenging, but you know what? That's actually my favor, because it's gonna get a little bumpy after the next couple days. Just gotta make the right decision on where to go and how to catch them. At the end of the day, just gotta catch 20 pounds a day, probably. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. I think it's gonna take a little bit more, but Toyota took 72 pounds, and that was perfect weather. So I don't think it's going to take more than that. I just don't think it can do it. So check out my old boat. We're sending her on the road tomorrow. Sending this one up the road. The guy in Georgia bought it, and this thing is leaving tomorrow. The Lamborghini. I love this color scheme. So I sold both the boats. And just throwing that out there, guys, this is my new boat, obviously, and we're gonna wrap it here soon. Beautiful boat, beautiful. Different color scheme this year, but beautiful. So we are gonna have this one for sale. I don't know the price yet, but if anybody's wanting to get this boat, we can do a small deposit at some point, and I'll hold it for you. So just throwing that out there in case anybody's watching this video. I'm like, you know, it'll be like October, November time frame when we're going to get rid of it. So that being said, we'll have that one online then. But yeah, it's just drop us a comment or DM McCoy on Instagram if you guys are wanting to lock that boat up. But anyways, I'm a little spun out, ready to go to bed, ready to get some food, and we're going to get up in the morning and do it all over again. We got 5 days, so we just got to like chip away at it. The lull before the storm. Good morning. Day 2 of practice. Yesterday really wasn't a practice day. Yesterday was kind of run around, get a feel for it day, check out some things, stay out of everybody's way. But today, full send. We got a little cloud cover, a little fog actually. Beautiful weather. This is the last day you'll see me in shorts for a while because a giant cold front's coming. And that's not great. But I just did check the weather just now, and it's creeping up a little warmer every day in that forecast. So at least it's not going the other way as far as getting worse. So I think it's going to be a cold front. It's going to slow the bite down, but it's not going to. I don't think it's going to hurt anything too much. The wind's not too bad. Tomorrow the wind's bad, but the rest of the week it's pretty low, so the lake won't stay muddy. The fish will bite. That's just the way it is. And the good thing is they're biting reaction baits. And anytime you're dealing with little, cooler weather, fish that are being a little stubborn, reaction baits like lipless crankbaits, chatterbaits, even a jerk bait, for example, can catch them pretty good. So we've got all those tied on right here. We've got a spinnerbait tied on. I haven't caught one on a spinnerbait in so long. And I got a couple little tricks that I'm going to make into something today. I'm not sure I'm going to show you that or not, but I've found some old school things. We're going to make some new school out of it. All right, we're in the water, and look who I see. See my little buddy. It's been a minute. What's up, dude?
Not much, buddy. I like the lose little tag there. Are you striking too, or no, just lose?
Yeah, just lose right now.
Gotcha. Oh, you're still googling?
Bass Mafia, the whole 9 yards. Good to see you, buddy.
You too, man.
What you been up to? Andrew's been trying to qualify for the elite since we started this journey back a couple years back, and he came really close this last year. Just came up one kind of bad tournament short of making it, but I'm really pulling for him. My deal is this: I'm here to win. I'm not here for points. If I can't win, then I'll do what I can to help him out. I mean, if I stumble on day one or something and put myself in a shot where I've no legitimate shot of winning, then I'll do whatever I can to help him out. But I'm going to help him out anyways. I want him to make the elites. He's been trying really hard. He's a good dude. And that open route is, that's for real. That open route is put hair in your chest. So that's the deal, guys. Let's get this thing started. We're going to run back in the swamp a little bit, half a day, and then we're going to pull out and then run down south and check some of that stuff. So that's what we got. Let's go. All right, here we go, boys. We're gonna crash through some stuff. That was cool. There's one. Decent fish. It's a decent one. Nice. Nice. Little worm action. It'll pass through here with chatterbait and a swim jig, and I did not get bit. I stopped, started pitching around some of these little clumps. Got bit. Just goes to show you how there's so many more fish under the water than you realize. I don't know what the percentage is, but it's like you only get a few of them to bite out of the thousands that are there. Crazy. Cool. Another good one, dude. Another good one right there. Golly, dude. That's good. That's good, boys. Good one. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Golly, dude. It's a freaking 10-pounder, dude. Oh, guys, look at that thing. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Guys, look at that thing right there. Dude. Dude. Bro. Bro. This braid, I want to throw this out there real quick. This is the no fade braid by P-Line. Look at that. That black is kind of cool looking black. This line is guaranteed now, not never fade. And if it does fade for any reason, I guess you send it back and they give you a new spool, which is crazy. But it feels good. I've always thrown the X braid, but this is my new favorite now. It's super slick, perfectly round. It's not flat. It casts good. It just feels nice. Zero fade braid by P-Line. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that. It's a little one, but guys, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Have a place to go flip where I think I can catch a good bag. It's Very important. And I think I can catch a good bag in here. Before cutoff, the last day of practice, Coy and I came in here. If you saw the Instagram post of me pulling up those 2 big fish out of the live well, it was in here. Okay, well, I found one good spot. I told Andrew, I brought him down here, and I told him, I said, go through there. Right when I stopped the boat, I had a good one on, and I said, stay right through here. And I called him a little while ago, and he caught an 8, and I don't know, 4 or 5 fish right through there. Weather's gonna come in, it's gonna get cold tonight, real windy tomorrow. Not a good day to go out, to be honest with you. So we'll see. You know what? I'm liking it. It's going to be tough for a lot of people. It's going to be hard for a lot of people to find fish. I know where they live, and I just got to go spend some time in those areas in the tournament. Hopefully wrangle up enough fish to win. That's all you can do. So let's go back to the ramp. Go eat some dinner. Go hang out with my wife tonight. We'll see you in the morning. My biggest fear was that we were going to get a cold front during our tournament. Let me rephrase that. Not fear. I like to fish in good weather too, you know. Pretty bad today. And we knew that going in, that today was going to be, I call it a blowout. It's blowing, it doesn't look like it, but it's blowing 25 sustained. And the thing about Okeechobee, it's so flat that 25-mile-an-hour winds just shoot right across everything. There's no getting behind, you know, a hill. There's no going up a creek. You know, you're out in the elements the whole time. So it really muddies the water up a lot. It's going to drop the temperature. You know, I already know where the fish live. They just probably aren't going to bite all that great today. And I don't need to go fish those places anyways. So I could go fish the Rim Canal. I could go fish some place that I'm not going to fish in the tournament. And we will. We'll go fishing here in a little bit. But I'm going to kind of check this weather out, get a few things done around here, around the office. Get some new rods rigged up. I'm so excited about my boat this year. I know everybody's, you know, got their favorite rods and their favorite graph mounts and their favorite boats and their favorite everything. And look, I'm no different, right? I get it. Everybody loves their stuff. But I've been doing this over 20 years. And I feel like this is the best setup that I've ever had. From the engine to the boat, this FXR is awesome. To the trolling motor, these things right here, the Garmin trolling motor, super impressed with them. I've been running those for a while now. To the new Beat Down Outdoors graph mounts, new Dakota lithium batteries. I mean, I've got so many cool new things going on. And look, I know there's lots of choices out there for all these things, but it does give me a nice warm and fuzzy feeling how good it is, man. And I've been fishing with the boat now for a couple weeks, and the mounts and everything is just spot on. These rods are awesome. So just can't say enough about all my new equipment this year, guys, and excited about the partnerships that we've got going on, because the people like at Beat Down, the people at Lew's, people at Dakota, I mean, they love fishing. They have a fishing background, and so I'm real excited and about starting the season off this year. I feel like I've got my best chance at doing something special. Got everything just really dialed. Alright. What a difference a day makes. Yesterday this one was blowing 30, 25 to 30 out of the north. What happens on this lake when it blows that much, it muddies the south end up bad. It pushes a lot of water, so you'll get about a foot extra water on the south end, a foot less water on the north end, and then today it all kind of equalizes. It takes a day or so for it to settle. So it was a disaster yesterday, but today feels good. I can already feel the heat. It's not that cold. This cold temperature is going to be just fine for these fish. I was worried that this temperature, you know, the forecast earlier in the week showed it a little colder. It's not bad at all. These fish are going to bite. It's going to get a little bit better weather every day. So we're going to go out there and we're going to go try to find a punching bite today. Try to find a few little fish, maybe around some areas where some little bonus fish spots. That's what we need. still here, which is good. Still here. Just pitching a little worm around. Fishing it slow. Water's a little dirty, but fishable, obviously. I didn't clear my clips, but I actually had 2 other bites back there. I missed them, but I wasn't sure they were bass. I was like getting a little confused, like maybe they're tilapia slapping my bait or something weird, but that one did the same thing and I caught him, so I'm sure it was a bass. Little males are on the bed. All right, so I'm not thinking that the females are on at all. So I think I need to flip that stuff and some of this floating mats right here. Not super thick, so I don't need anything real big and heavy. 1.5 ounces, 1.25 ounces probably do it fine. Somewhere right in here, there's got to be some females, because every one of these bass have been just little tiny males. Got it. Good. It's not a tilapia. Okay. See, I wasn't sure what that fish was. I could see him on the graph. There's so many tilapia and gar out here. But it bit and held on to it for a long time, so I don't think that was anything but a bass. I think a tilapia might every once in a while slap it and spit it out real fast, but they're not going to hold on to it like that. That's a big one right there, dude. That was a big one. You know, it's like I'm trying to figure out how to get a few extra bites. Try to find some confidence in a couple little zones right here. I know I'm fishing real slow, but I mean, this is a big bag of fish right in here, 100%. It's just kind of outfish everybody. I'm trying to just get confident in a few things. Seeing where they are. Got it. Got it. Got it. Let it go, dude. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Well, I don't know. I don't have an answer yet. This lake, I love this lake. I truly love this lake. And it's going to take a lot to win. And I think I can catch a big bag. But I don't have a sneaky this year. I don't have a sneaky spot. I tried to find some sneaky today and it didn't really work out. Tomorrow I could maybe find something, but I don't know. I mean, this tournament might boil down to me just literally hammering down hard in a couple of these areas. The area that I got most of my bites in today, it's an area that Hillary and I fished the tournament. We had 30 pounds. I fished a tournament a couple weeks ago. We had 22 and a half. You know, there's always a bunch of boats there. That being said, I had about 10 bites today. But here's the deal. It's like the 10 bites I had, I think were mostly spawning fish. Males. Maybe there's a 3 or 4 pounder in there, but the females are in and around that area. I just have to put myself in an area that has the females still swimming around in it. I'm not so sure back in the marsh has that going on right now. But out there in that other kind of the open water deal, I think I know there's better fish swimming around, just swimming around randomly, and so that's when you can, you know, chatterbait, rattle trap, maybe a frog, stuff like that. So anyways, pull this thing out, go back to the house. I would just let them swim around. Oh, this lake's stressful. We need to have specialty tournaments only on this lake right now, like 20 boat tournament, 20 boat field. And go have, everybody will have, if you had 20 boat tournaments on this lake, everybody would have 20 pounds. Every single person would have 20 pounds. Because they would all just be able to fish and like, it wouldn't matter. You could just zoom around, have 2 or 3 boats in every hot spot, instead of 50 boats in every hot spot. Yeah, that's what we should do. We should do 10 locals and then invite 10 people that want to, like from out of town, that want to come fishing it. So I posted a little video online about the Beat Down Outdoors with graph mounts, and everybody was asking, like, first of all, they were all like, "That's awesome, that's really cool." A lot of people were asking me like, "Oh, can't wait to see how they hold up in the waves and all that." This thing's rock solid. Look at them, guys. I mean, this thing's rock solid. These things don't move. Everything's good. I've got it through bolted through on the dash, through bolted on the front. These things are staying put perfect. It wasn't windy today, but it was windy yesterday. So really, really good. The front one, same thing. I haven't used the extended pole, so what's really cool about the beat downs is I can take this off right here. So mount is normal. Looks like a normal mount. Everything's rock solid. This hasn't moved an inch. And hitting waves and everything yesterday, perfect. But here's what's cool. You just loosen this thing up, and you can move it however you want based on the glare. And then I can lift it up like that. Okay, that's perfect. And that's where I've left it this week. This is the extension, okay? And this is what's so cool about this. So this is in the boat. This is normal level, just like at Okeechobee, for example. I'm not live scoping much here. So normal level, boom. Now I'm out and I want to go live scope. Pull this, drop this down, take this cap off. Boom. Now, I can now get my graph up high. Look at that, guys. That's crazy, huh? Then I tighten this down, lock it in place. Now, if I'm live scoping, I'm not having to lean over. I can see better. Even if I'm just reading my graph, just reading the map, just doing all these things like that, I can see everything so much better. I can, any sonar mode, to be honest with you. So that's great. And then when you're going to run back down the lake, you loosen that up, pull this pin, and drop it back down. Tighten this back up. Boom, right there. Good to go. So, and you know, you could leave it like that if you wanted to. But again, that's a really cool mount. I just had to share that again because everybody's asking, like, can't wait to see what you think after you run it. You know, is it going to hold up? And so far, things have been great. So last year I was running a different battery company, and they had a big battery that was 215 amps. And I was like, that's huge. It was the biggest one that I'd ever seen. I mean, the thing would last forever. No chance of it running low. Dakota, they won up to everybody. Dakota came out. Here, let me go grab it. I'll show it to you. All right, this guy right here is going in the boat. It'll be in the boat for the elites. The big battery that I thought was the biggest on the planet, which was the biggest on the planet, was 215 amps. This one's, they went up to them with 315 amp hours on this thing. Guys, look at this battery. That is, I don't know how to equate that. That's like having 3 12-volt batteries or something. I mean, honestly, it really is. So, I'm going to run everything on that battery. And some. So, Dakota Lithium's crazy, what they've got in their lineup. I've been looking at their website. They have, you just gotta go check it out. It's actually really cool, the amount of batteries they have. They have batteries for every type of thing, from racing to camping to fishing. Really a cool company. So I'm excited about running these 315 amps. I just had to show you that. So yeah, let's go get some dinner and figure out how to win this tournament now. All right, got a half a day of practice. I'm gonna get out there and get after it. You know, it's tournaments are interesting. You gotta think of it like, for me, is how I prepare people. How do you find fish in a tournament? How do you prepare for a tournament? I'm not the best at it, for sure, but I've been successful over the years. For me, it's like I keep evaluating my options, and I challenge my options. And sometimes you try to find stuff, you know, if you can find stuff away from the crowd, that's great. And I feel like I got a couple little places that are somewhat away from the crowd. And then sometimes you have to rub elbows. And when you rub elbows in those tournaments where you just got to get in there and make it happen, you got to go in there with more confidence than everybody else. That's how you catch them in an area like we have here, where there's 30 boats around you. You have to go in there with a certain pep and confidence, and not let it bother you at all that there's a boat in front of you and a boat behind you and a boat that just caught a 5-pounder. You got to just tune all that out and just grind it out until the end of the day. And if you can stay focused, have that pep in your step, not let fish distract you, don't run over there because people are, you know, like, just stay the course. A lot of times it works out here on this lake especially. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with. You know, there is no running off and fishing by myself this year that I've found so far. So I'm gonna have to just rub some elbows. For all of y'all that have never been to Clewiston, it's like the most convenient bass fishing town on the planet. The marina is literally right there, down the street, right there. That's what you see. The boat ramp is right here. And it's a free boat ramp, by the way. So we don't charge $5 to launch or whatever. You know, a lot of ramps, as you go around the country, it's expensive. $5, $10, $15 to launch sometimes. It's all free here. So it's a good little community. You guys need to come down and visit when you can. The weather's really good down here all the time. It's a small little town, a couple good restaurants, safe, fishing's good. Come hang out, because I'm telling you, like, when there's not 225 boats in a tournament, you can straight wreck them. Be nice to find them in here. I mean, they get in here. It's just the water's just a little high. Boy, if I could find them in here, this could be a big deal. I'd have a lot to myself right here. Golly. I had no idea. Damn. Okay, that was a kind of a mistake. I thought I was hung up, dude. That thing sat there with it. It's a 4-pounder. That was kind of a crazy deal. He sat there with it the whole time. Crazy. Okay. Very cool. Right. Okay. 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 Two of them actually, a big one and a little one. There he is. He's got it. He's got it. Which one is it? Which one is it? It's got it. Another bite. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. I gotta come right here. That's just what I gotta do. Alright guys, that is it. I gotta go. They're everywhere in here. They're everywhere in here. Go to the meeting. Well, we have to go register. I kind of forgot the process here. It's kind of different. First term of the year, you have to kind of do the whole meeting thing again. They have to lay all the ground rules down for the year. So we have to go pre-register, and then we come back at a different time for the meeting. So we had a half a day practice. And I thought today was pretty good. I'm kind of confused on where to start, but I think I just need to go where the biggest fish are, and I only need 5 big bites all day tomorrow, and I don't need to waste time getting out of position or whatever. I think I need to go straight to where I think I can catch the 5 biggest ones and literally stay there all day. Literally all day. That's all I can do. I need to play around with that chatterbait a little bit though. I need to rig up a couple different ones, get things all dialed in just right. What'll happen is, like, a lot of those fish that are swimming around in there are females that are either post-spawn or spawning or pre-spawn. I mean, that area just kind of has all 3 things going on. So you You throw a worm all day long, you know, and just pitch it around. I mean, you're going to get bit, but you're going to catch more males than you are going to anything else. So I'm excited. It's going to be this is an interesting tournament because points don't matter, which is great. So that pressure's off. But you know, it's my home lake. I want to do well. I've done well in the past, but you know, it's Okeechobee, and it's fishing different. I mean, it's complicated. I could be literally in the area where the tournament's won and not win the tournament. It's just how it is right now. So, I'm gonna put my blinders on and just put my head down and build a bag. Kind of like when Hiller and I caught that big bag. You know, we were sitting on nothing, probably 10 pounds at such and such time, and then noon, I got one big one, and then we got another big one. I just kept, you know, chipping away at it. We found it with 5 big ones. And it's like that on this lake all the time. Another tournament that I won last year on the lake, same thing. 12 o'clock, we didn't have anything. We had like 12 pounds. And from 12 till 2:30, you know, we ended up with 25 pounds and won the tournament. Yes.
Bug. Yep. Phoenix. Yep.
Right hands, just hands down, yep. Good job.
Good thing about Okeechobee, you don't need much other than a bunch of soft plastics. Tomorrow, I'm going to throw that a bunch, chatterbait a bunch, and I'm going to throw bandito bug a bunch, as well as a little straight-tailed, like a trickworm, like a big trickworm. That's pretty much it. And I'll have some variations of, like, I'll have 2 chatterbaits on that I'll kind of mix it up. Even a lipless crankbait. I'm going to have the bandito bug and maybe another smaller, like little creature bait, like something like this. I bought these the other day. I don't know anything about them. A mook. I don't even know. Kamushi. It's a kamushi bug. I don't know. It looks kind of good. Especially if I see one. It won't react good. Pitch this around. See what happens. I don't know. And then I have a little bit of punching. I gotta. It's not something I'm definitely gonna roll with, but I'm not gonna pass up like a good flip. I'm gonna have that rod on the deck of my boat. So tomorrow, if I'm in a couple of these little places that have some mats close by, as I trolling motor down the bank, I'm gonna make a few little key pitches. But guys, I don't know. I wish I had something like I had last year during the Elite, where I had a little pond that was kind of to myself. I just don't have it this year. I just don't. Not saying it's not out there. I just didn't find it. That being said, I know I've already talked about it. Where I'm going to go tomorrow is a place that I've caught a lot of fish, and I've fished around a lot of boats there a bunch. And it's just the way it's going to be. You know, the risk is there could be like 50 boats there. And if that happens, that's going to be a problem. But I do have other stuff. I have other places, and I just go around, scrap up a bag. So winning this tournament's everything. It's not points. There's not points to mean zero to me. I mean, obviously I want to do well and get a good check, but I'm not here for checks. I'm here to win this tournament. On this lake would be awesome. It would be a dream come true to be able to win a Bassmaster here. So that's the plan, guys. I know this practice video wasn't that complex, kind of on purpose, to be honest with you. I just really wanted to kind of do my thing. I did bring you along, you know, for a few days of the practice, but we're going to full send it tomorrow, guys. And hopefully we can catch them up. You know, I'm excited about it. I feel good about it. It's simple. I got a simple approach. And all's good. That's what we're going to do. So thank you all so much for watching. And before I leave, y'all, real quick, check out the SMC sweatshirt, okay? Now, this is some of our merch that we had in the past. We don't have this available quite yet, but we will be having this available on our site. So we're going to be dropping merch. We have a link in the bio, so check that out. We have a whole bunch of new merch dropping. Go to it, check out the link, save the link, and we would love for you guys to rep the SMC brand. And if you do buy some, please post it on Instagram, Facebook, wherever, and tag us. We'll definitely reshare that photo. And we would love to get the Team SMC gang going. So just check it out, guys. Appreciate all the support. We'll see you going to bed. Boom!